Hey there and happy Wednesday. So I'm bringing you the third and final card for Carla's party this week. Demoing has went really fast. I can't believe how fun it's been and how quick it goes. It's just like, oh my goodness, we're already on card number 3. So if you'd like to order from Carla's party, try and get those orders in by Friday. Today I'm doing something a little bit easier, but using some basic supplies in a new bundle that I think you guys will like. It was demoed in Vienna, and I thought, oh, I really like those dies, and I think it's going to be a fun bundle. So I was like, okay, let's see if we can make something work for you guys. And I'm also going to show you some new paper too. Hi there, Julie. And so let's see, I have a couple cards I'm showing. Of course, I know you guys like it. You tell me you like it when I use a couple different samples of the same type of card. So I've got Julie and Tori and Lisa and Carla. And thank you for jumping in. Hello, hello. So for those of you that love blue, I think my host is Carla. I see her using a lot of blue. So today I'm using blue today, and Jill's on. And I know Lisa loves blue. So here I'm using like the same card, just different paper, but the base is Night of Navy. So I'm gonna demo one of the cards for you, but show you a couple different color variances and show you the fun paper too. So I just want to see if my iPad is caught up or not, just so that I can catch questions. Not that anything's hard today, but I love it when you guys have questions. So I've got that up and going, and let me just get my camera turned around. Hi there, Joyce. So then you can see the cards here a little bit. Oh, and I have an announcement too, so stay tuned in case you're like, oh, I saw the card, now I'll go make supper. Okay, so look at the card and wait for the announcement. Okay, so here it is. So that By the Bay paper, I hope that my camera is picking up those little subtle images, especially like this one. It has stripes in it that's kind of iridescent embossing, and same with this one too. Very pretty paper. I'll show that more in depth in a little bit. And no, it's not rainbow, so sometimes things like that will pick up rainbow, and it's just reflecting off my light and my camera and stuff like that. Thanks, Tori. So my big announcement, okay, I'm not using these products today, Country Bouquet and Punch. So I helped a couple people order this yesterday, and I'm so glad I did, because on that, on the ordering site, when I went to order these, this bundle, the Punch and the stamp set together, it said low inventory, and I'm like, oop, glad I'm scooting that in. Today, it said out of stock, like currently unavailable. Well, the big news about this is usually I go, okay, well, hopefully it'll be back before Valentine's Day. It had a return date of like the end of April, guys. So it won't be back for Valentine's, and it won't even be back for Easter. Not that you make hearts for Easter, but I'm like, we're missing two occasions there. So I just wanted people to know that that is going to be out for quite a while, in case you were thinking of ordering it. Everything else, well, and then let me just note too that this is still available. The stamp set is available. It's a Punch that isn't available and won't be available to make the bundle a bundle. And so you can still get the stamp set. Now the ribbon, the Real Red and Burlap ribbon combo pack, it's that burlap and red combination pack. That's low inventory too. So if you're thinking, oh, that would make great Valentine cards, keep in mind that that's low inventory. And like when it says low inventory, it never lets us know like how soon till it's going to be back in stock either. So yeah, so that's kind of part of it too, is the not knowing until it's gone, and then they let us know when it's going to be back in. Hi, Barb. Hi, Rosina. Okay, so on to today's cards for those just jumping in. So the Something Fancy bundle, it comes, well, let me get to the page. I felt like more organized than yesterday, but now I'm starting to wonder. Okay, mini catalog here on page 17. When I saw this in Vienna, I fell in love with the dies, and you can see like always the little picture here on page 17 of the dies and such. And I love how they always let us know kind of what sentiments fit in which dies the best and such. So here, is a nice set of fonts that I love, that style of font, kind of just like little everyday cursive, but I guess it's kind of a something fancy cursive. And some of it's very plain. So I love this. And then let me show you the dies right away as well. So I'm going to be using a couple of these dies that nest together and mat well together. And they come from the middle here. So I'm using the two like small and medium out of there. And I love that these nest together. These fit some of those straighter sentiments. And then this I've seen on several cards and I kept thinking, where is that coming from? And then today I opened this up and go, oh, I had those all along. Have you guys ever done that? All right. And something new, in case you haven't noticed it in the catalog, the dies and the stamp sets always used to be something similar, but never the same. Now Stampin' Up! Has listened to us when we say, please name the dies the same as a stamp set so we can coordinate them and know that they go together. So these are called something fancy dies to go with something fancy stamp set. I love it when they made that change. So that is a nice and easy, like, hey, this coordinates type announcement. And then I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the inside. Sending hope and peace. Like a sympathy card, this is going to be a sympathy card, is always a serious occasion. But when I was trying to find something to go with deepest sympathy out of here, nothing matched. And sometimes we have giggled at parties like, oh, here, like, with sympathy, here's to beautiful beginnings and happily ever afters. Like, you know, we can giggle about things like that, but no, it's serious. But what do you want to put? Like, I didn't feel like any of this fits. So I pulled out Ginkgo Branch, which is a new stamp set too from the mini catalog. And I'm going to love working with that. I think I'm going to work with it next week for Deb's party. That's found on page 57. It's got some beautiful dies and that. So that's also a great stamp set for sympathy cards. So I'll be using that soon, but that's where the inside sending hope and peace comes from. So I want to let you guys know that too, because you guys are always so good at paying attention to those details. So I want to make sure that I give you the details. So that's where that comes from. And then I will scoot over to the By the Bay paper. So this is a 6x6 stack, and these are all so pretty. And Lisa's like, oh, look at that shimmer shine. And yes, it's got a lot of shimmer shine. So we've got that, and then we've got some seashells, and then we've got more seashells that have the shimmer shine. It's a great product or suite of things. And so here we've got this that's a little bit fancier than the muted sheet that I'm using today. And then we've got some waves, and then this has some gold embossing on it, as well as just some light brush strokes on there. And then we've got some beautiful fish that are gold embossed, and on the back side of that is kind of just that whitewash, like boardwalk look there. And then we've got some gold embossed swirls going through the crab and the shells. And oops, let's see. And did I miss anything? Nope. And then this is swirled, but you can tell that there's some shimmer shine in there and more shells that have some pastel look to it. And then we've got more of that sea look. And like I said, this isn't rainbow. It's just the way it's capturing my light, but it is reflecting iridescent in there. And then how pretty is that? I love just that brush stroke, very vague look. And I wonder if I mix these up, because here's some more of those fish. And oh yeah, these are so great. These are the same birds that are in the stamp set By the Bay. We've got this brush stroke with the gold, and then more seashells and a more pastel look. So that's that, except for I have to show you the two that I'm using. So what I did is took the 6x6 of these two designs here. This one is more of a Sahara sand color, and this one obviously Night of Navy. So what I did is took the 6x6 and just cut a 2-inch chunk off of each, and then the 3/4 strip along. So now they are 4 by 5 1/4. So I've cut that down. Hi Tabitha, hi Linda. So yes, and Lisa's like, yes, tongue twister, definitely. Okay, all right, so then I've just got those ready to go. So what I did is took, so out of all the designs, you'll get 4 of each. So I just took the 4 sheets of this, 4 sheets of that, put it in my big trimmer that can cut multiple sheets at a time, and they're ready to go and make several cards at once. So I'm going to use the blue one today, and I'm going to set these kind of aside. and start to assemble my card, because my card does come together pretty easily. So with this, before I cut down my cards, I'm like, do I want my stripes to kind of go this way, or do I want it to go this way? And I wanted my stripes to go up and down. So now this is ready to go on my card. And actually, as I flip this over, I should have showed you the back side. This has, I have to show you this, the scraps, because on this one, so this is what's part of this. So this is all connected. It's like, what part do I cut off? Because it's so pretty. So when I use that 2-inch strip, I don't know what side I'm going to use, but that's what's on the back side. So let me put this down because it's sticky. And then on the back side of this pattern is kind of a wavier look there too. So we've got that, and I'm just going to put that down. And next, open up my Night of Navy ink pad here. Can kind of set that aside, and I'm going to pull out this strip of basic white, not measuring it because I'm just going to stamp so that I can run it through my machine. And that's the With Sympathy from the Something Fancy stamp set. And like I said, I've got 2 dies here that mat well together, so I'm going to run the small one through the Sentiment, and then the medium one through with the Night of Navy here, just a chunk that I cut to run through. And I'm using my mini machine. I kind of go back and forth between the mini and the regular when I use this. And if you guys haven't realized, if you join now, because it's Celebration, if you join my team, join Stampin' Up! And become part of my team, you can get this machine for free. That's the whole promotion that they are doing with Celebration. There's like 3 options. You can get the regular white one, or you can get it in a new boho blue color. So a lot of people are excited about that, and I wanted to let people know about that too. So if you've ever been on the fence, some of the people are like, well, I'll just sign up just for a little bit and try it out. And then they've been on my team for years, and I love that they've stuck with it, because getting a discount after you sign up is always a fun thing too. So, so that's been good. So if you have any questions about signing up, please let me know. So then we've got this cut out too. So these 2 dies coordinate, and we've got the matching now cutouts of that. And now these 2 things I'm just going to tape together here quick, like so. Hey there, Chris, thanks for jumping on. And then where's my dimensionals? Here we go. I'm gonna get those ready, but before I do that, I want to pull this back and get some ribbon out. So for the ribbon, what I'm using is, this is called Night of Navy bordered ribbon, and you can see how pretty this is. It's got that shimmer and shine, which is going to match up with this type of paper like perfect because of the light and the dark blues. I just love this ribbon with this. But what is intended to go with this is that variegated balmy blue and white. And you can look at this and go, oh, I can see why that would go together so well. That would just be so pretty. Another third option that I kind of had set aside for this is also just some straight pool party, and that would go together really well with a beachy nautical theme too. So those are some options, and I always like to give you those because sometimes you go, oh shoot, I just ordered and I didn't add that, but maybe you ordered one of the other ones, and then you can be all set to use this and make this card too, which is great. So I'm just going to wrap this Night of Navy bordered ribbon around the card here, like so. And like I said, it does come together. I felt like I could talk about a lot of the products today and make my big announcement about the Country Lane bundle earlier in the video about that being unavailable, just because the card came together quick, so then I can give you other more pertinent information too. All right, so we've just got that on there. Isn't that pretty together? Love it. Probably said that 3 times now, but I love it. All right, so I'm just gonna flip over our sentiment here and put about 4 different little dimensionals on here, like so. And then that is ready to just put here, kind of nestle that down. So what I like about this card too is a lot of times for sympathy cards, it's so easy to go, oh, I need a sympathy card. Let's pull out anything, everything floral. And then you go, okay, now I've got those on hand, but then a male passes away and you go, okay, female and flowers go together a lot. But what I like about this, even though it has ribbon, I feel like it would make a great card for a sympathy occasion for a man. So that's the nice thing about the blue. And even this one too, when I've swapped out the different paper, I think it looks classy enough to be for a guy too. Yeah, and the oh yeah, and Pam says that shimmer and shine. Yeah, I think it's a hidden gem. When you look at this paper in the catalog, you go, okay, it's pretty and it's nautical, but then seeing the shimmer and shine, it's like, ooh, it was one of those surprises even for me when I opened it up. Like I'd seen it in Vienna at the Stampin' Up! Conference when they were demoing it, but then just to have it like in my own lighting at home, I'm like, oh, I forget how pretty this is. And so now just to add a little bit of an embellishment on the front, I'm taking my enamel dot essentials. These were such a hit at my open house. We used like the crumb cake colored one for that, and it has Night of Navy and like a pearlized white too. So I'm just going to scoot over one of the Night of Navy, the largest one, and then a medium size over for the top, and then the smallest one. I'm going to pick that one up. Whoops. I was supposed to stick to my card. There we go. I'm just going to scoot my ribbon over a little bit. And then that's just a nice and simple embellishment and just adds kind of a more framing look to the card. Now for the inside, I'm going to do a little something with that as well. And let me see if yep, here I've got it. So like I said, when I've cut down this, I've got those 2-inch pieces and then that 3/4 inch strip there that is 4 inches as well. So what I like to do with these little pieces is just carry over the look of the outside of the card to the inside, and actually either one of these, I mean this is the exact what was used on the outside, but even the back side, if you wanted a little bit of a contrast, that would match perfectly. So I've got that, and I'm just going to tape that down to that edge. Some people like it right along the edge. I like a little bit of a white look there, I guess. And then from the ginkgo branch, like I said, I'm just going to pull that stamp set in because I liked how the sentiment coordinates with today's outside of the card, sending hope and peace. So let me ink that up in Night of Navy and just put that across the top. Like I said, I'm really excited to use this stamp set and show you how pretty this one can be too, but love that font. And I think all of you will agree that it's always nice to have sympathy cards on hand because sometimes those are the ones that you just aren't prepared to have, you know, and it's nice to have those at the ready to send out because it means a lot to send those out to people. And I love the way this finishes the inside of the card. Like this totally, once again, coordinates with that ribbon and then that ink and everything too. Thanks, Pam. Yeah, classy. And then I wanted to show you what this one looked like. Just, you know, you can see the difference with these different more khaki colored embellishments or crumb cake, and then the inside I just transferred to match that. I transferred that, and I've always been a fan of like the crumb cake color. This is technically Sahara Sand, but I've always been a fan of that and blue together because I always think it does turn out classy. I make a lot of this color combination for guy cards and like graduation and things like that too. So I think this Something Fancy bundle will be like really good for so many different occasions, and just pair it up with some nice paper and you'll be set to go. So there you have it for today. Hi, Lois. So I'm going to get my camera turned around and tell you what's up next. So that finishes, whoops, sorry to be all jiggly. So that wraps up the third card for Carla. Thank you, Carla. I'm so glad when my hostesses can actually participate in the live. Sometimes schedules are busy and such. And so with that, so that wraps up hers. Like I said, if you want to order, try to order by Friday. How you can get all 3 of the cards that I've made as demos for her party for free is just order using her special host code. I had it posted here during the video. I will post a still shot of the card, and that code is always with all the pictures of the cards that I've done this week for her party. So try and get those orders in. If you need help ordering, let me know. What's coming up next? Tomorrow is supposed to have a shopping day with my sister. This is the 3rd time time we have canceled now because of weather. So tomorrow I guess I will be stamping and making up some cards to send out for you guys because I need to do that. So I guess it's not the worst thing, but I'm just bummed to not have a sister day. We've been planning on that, like I said, for 3 different times. And so kind of a bummer. I feel like if we schedule something again, then I can just let you know ahead when the next snowstorm is going to be, because that's how it goes. So I will be off Thursday, and I'm just going to take off Friday so that I can get open house gifts ready to send out and get caught up on that. But Monday I will be back, and I will start Deb King's virtual party, and I will update the host code and let you know what that will be on this Facebook page pinned to the top. And then also I have another hostess that has stepped up, Kay Keelblock, so I will do her demos after Deb King. So I'm excited to have 2 more sets of cards. That's 6 cards coming your way too. And then as the end weekend comes, I will also be planning for another couple of classes that I have coming up. And sometimes I don't demo those cards live, but I'll try and post still shots of what I'm doing so you can stay in the loop of what I do at other classes and events, and just for more great ideas too. So take care. Have a great night. Snuggle in for the next round of snow. See you later. Bye-bye.